GPR Detroit HD2.
You're watching WHPS, Highland Park, Detroit. The views and opinions expressed on the following show are not necessarily the views and opinions of WHPS, its affiliates, management, or sponsors.
My name is Watson.
And my name is Mariah.
We're 12 years old.
And we're representing Old Redford Academy Middle School. And we're here to talk about drugs. Drugs are very dangerous and unhealthy.
And they can also ruin a relationship with your loved ones. Go talk to a family member, a friend, even a teacher, or you can go to a therapist, or if you need any extra help, you can go online and find all of those.
Hashtag not worth it.
Good day, good people. Glad you're with us today on Expose Under the Sun. And welcome to another exciting episode about community wellness. And today we are going to talk about reshaping body image in healthy ways with our special guest, Kelly S. Miller, owner of Zara's Wellness Spa. And she's going to talk a little bit more about Detroit Daily Dish. So we're going to get into that in just a moment. So before we get started, I want to do some of the things that I think are important for us to share and know in. The first thing I want to do is to remind you of our challenge. We have a monthly challenge that is asking you to find 10 ways every month to find your joy. And I'm going to give you some clues on to some of the ways that I'm using that same challenge to find joy for myself. But the next thing I want to do is to say thank you to our sponsor, Detroit Native Sun News. And if you are looking for advertising or you're looking for ways to share events, that might be a great vehicle for you to do so. So reach out to Valerie at 313-457-5944. Again, that's Valerie at 313-457-5944. Okay, and I also want to give special thanks to our executive producer, Sharon Dumas, and our engineer today, Patrick, who's always taking good care of us and making sure that we are on task and ready to go. So thanks, Patrick. I want to share with you my tips today around finding my joy. So the 3 things that I do. The first one is I really love exploring textures, things that feel good on your fingertips. So different materials like satins and silks and things like that, just to be able to experience and have a sensory experience with your fingertips. Another way that I find my joy, and this may be strange for some of you who have pets, but in my household we have a gecko. He is a leopard gecko, and he's a really exciting little character. And so spending time with him, just watching him and touching him, because he has a very textured body, and allowing him to just walk up my arms and things like that, it's kind of weird, but it is really still relaxing. And then the third thing I do, I use passion pillows. And so what a passion pillow is one of the favorite pillows that you might find. So you may have your pillows that you sleep on in your bed. You may also have decorative pillows, but this is kind of something in between. So finding just the right pillow that has the right level of comfort for you will help you also find your joy. And don't forget that 2022 is a manifesting year. So mind what you say and mean what you say, because that is exactly what we're manifesting. So make sure that you're keeping that in mind. So thank you, Kelly, for being here and being our guest today.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yes. So I want to ask you a couple of questions. So my first question to you is around how you find your joy and how you relieve stress.
Okay, well, now that you insist on me, I don't feel so weird because the gecko song, I want to try that out. Maybe that'll be one of mine. First of all, I love to cook. I
Okay.
love it. So cooking definitely is part of my joy. And going to the grocery store, I mean, and I'm not a huge shopper, but going to the grocery store and going to look at the different vegetables, and I am a smeller. If I smell something good, it's like it just takes me to a vacation. It makes me feel really happy.
Okay.
And so also I've been dibbling and dabbling now into incense. I
Okay.
love incense because it truly can just like change the whole aura of your whole house.
Mm-hmm.
So I love walking in after, like, I'll light one before I go to work, and when I come home I just get to like immerse myself into, like, right now frankincense and myrrh is the one that I have now.
Okay.
And I'm just like, I never thought that that would even smell nice, but it's really refreshing.
Okay.
So cooking and incense right now are my two joys.
Okay. So now tell us, within the work that you do, tell us how you're able to release your stress.
Releasing my stress, definitely. Now that the weather is breaking, I go for a walk. And going for walks is like, oh, I get to people watch. I get to just do my thoughts. I get to do like my personal meditation. That's like my personal time where I can just decompress. And even if it's just a walk around my complex, I just will do a quick lap and just like decompress before I have to go in the house and be a mom. It's like, okay, let me get Kelly together and collect my thoughts and let go of that day.
Yes,
So,
absolutely. It's so important to find ways to release stress, because stress, we know, increases our heart rate. It puts pressure and stress on the physical body, the mental body, and the spiritual body. So you have to have really important and unique ways to be able to relieve that stress, especially if you have to find your joy. Go back to your joy. Find this as another opportunity for you to relieve that stress, because that's important for a lot of people. And
oh,
so,
also journaling. Forgot about
oh,
that.
journaling.
That is, before I go to sleep, I always like to write my tomorrow self a letter.
Okay.
Okay, Kelly, tomorrow we're gonna make sure we communicate better. Tomorrow we're gonna make sure we set that alarm clock 5 minutes earlier so that we can get out 5 minutes, ahead of schedule. So I like to write myself a letter for tomorrow.
Oh,
So
that's
yesterday
amazing.
I wrote I wrote myself a letter today yesterday about today. So I was
Okay.
able to kind of project what I want to see in my day ahead.
That is amazing. That's such an awesome strategy
thank you.
for both relieving stress, but also to self-direct, to affirm what you want to see.
Yeah.
So that's a great manifesting tool as well.
Thank you.
And so the more you say those things that you want out of that day, the more they're likely to manifest. Very good. Thank you. So one of my next questions has to do with the work that you do with Zara's Wellness Spa. So I want to just start by asking about tell us a little bit about reshaping a body image. How does that work? What does that look like?
Well, first, you truly have to, when you shape anything, you have to truly think about what vision you want to project. Because, I mean, if you want to, if it can go either way. And so when I'm reshaping a body, well, before I got into this body shaping and body sculpting, first I had to reshape my mind and reshape how I view things, because I can't go and shape somebody or sculpt on someone with negative energy. I truly meditate. I have to get my mental together. I have to get good vibes going for myself, because I'm touching someone's body. I'm placing my hands. I'm placing my energy. So the first step is, first of all, get your peace. Get what you want to see. And what I want to see people happy. I want to see myself happy, or healthy and happy. So that's why when I'm reshaping, I try to get the best possible version of myself in my mind and go from there.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
So you kind of project for yourself what you want your clients to project for them.
Yes.
Wow, that's awesome. So let's talk a little bit about like why is this important in our community wellness? Why is body shaping or reshaping your body important to community wellness? Why would you think that's so?
I believe that it's important for community wellness because as a community, we want to show our best selves. We want to go out there and impact each other at the highest possible level, highest possible vibration. So if we're all on a low energy and low vibration, not being healthy, not putting good things in to get good things out, then we aren't able to vibrate highly. So it's like when we are doing good, we can all just, it's like a ripple effect. If I'm doing good, if I smile, I want it to be contagious. You smile, then the next person, and so forth. So I look at it as a ripple effect. So if we are all doing our own personal parts to do good for ourselves, then that can do nothing but vibrate throughout the community.
Oh, that's amazing. That's a great perspective to have. Okay, so when I think about well, first when I think about body image, it's not just the way you dress, what you wear that compliments you, or how shapely you actually are. If you have the what they call it,
The Coke bottle shape.
right. So if you have that or not, is that important?
No, not necessarily. So for me, I don't necessarily want the Coke bottle shape. So first of all, so when we have an intake for a client, the first thing that we go off of is what the client wants to see. So I have a client that they just really want to get rid of their love handles. They don't necessarily want a Coke bottle. They don't necessarily want any other services, but they just want to. So that's what I'm working on.
Okay.
And even with that, so it's kind of two aspects of it, because I have Zara's Wellness Spa and then Detroit Daily Dish. So they kind of run congruently, because for Zara's Wellness Spa, it's all about body sculpting. It's all about getting your shape re-imaged so that you could be out and feel great, look great, and not that you don't already. Because when people come in, I don't want them to feel as though something is wrong with them. We're not trying to body shame at all. So we're taking someone from where they are, and then we are working from there. We are saying, okay, this is a space. Okay, we want to change something. Everything can be changed. 21 days, you got a new habit. Boom. So I'm just on, if you come every other week, we got you, and we can reshape you.
Okay. And so is that one of the conversations? Well, let's go back. Let me step back. Tell us more about Zara's Wellness Spa. What are some of the services, and why would someone come to Zara's Wellness Spa?
Well, first of all, to see this pretty smile. No, come to Zara's Wellness Spa. One, just to we can help you get to a space where you're in a rhythm. Okay. And we are accountability coaches as well, because it's like whenever you come back and we check in, because we have a whole file for each client that comes in. So we measure you, we do your measurements. If you lost inches, we can talk about how to keep that going. If you're gaining inches, we could talk about some steps on how to remove those inches. So we are accountability coaches for one, and we definitely, it's not just your body. We talk about the spiritual, we talk about the mental. So we can meditate, we can set up different schedules so that you can have a better view of how you want to accomplish your goal. Because yes, we are facilitators and we can hold you accountable for those body goals, but those overall goals, you have to do that work yourself. Right. So we just give you the framework so that you can get to those goals.
Okay.
So.
Okay. And so you mentioned Detroit Daily Dish. So tell us a little bit about that.
So for Detroit Daily Dish, that's more of like the nutritional side of things.
Okay.
So that's not so much physical. Well, that is a lot to do with physical.
Yes.
And what inspired me for that is a lot of my family members, they have high blood pressure, diabetes, and it was just like, I don't want that to be a thing that is ongoing, because a lot of the work is, it's just unlearning those habits and unlearning some of those patterns that you are just so used to every day.
Right.
So for Detroit Daily Dish, it truly just became a passion on top of something that is already important to me, which is cooking. I love to cook. And with Detroit Daily Dish, I'm able to, if you have a special dietary needs, I can give you a diet plan. We can do meal prepping, and every week I can either send you the recipes or I can cook the meals for you, and you just pick them up.
Oh,
it's
wow.
convenient.
So convenient. So convenient. Yeah. Okay. So Detroit Daily Dish is kind of the flavor.
I like that.
Right. The flavor of community wellness, starting with the
Yes.
individual. And that's also based on what you may need in terms of your health, what you may need, maybe even in terms of your weight goals, right?
Yes.
How does food impact your weight goals?
Oh, my gosh. Food is definitely... Other than just getting out and having physical activity, I believe food is the number one aspect that impacts your health and impacts your weight. Because if you're not drinking enough water, you can't move those things out. If you're not, well, first of all, water is the number one not cure all, but no, water is definitely a number one ingredient to health for me.
Okay.
Because if you have water, it can balance out that sugar, it can balance out that sodium, it can balance out that food, it can flush your body, you know, it can clear your skin. So definitely food is important, because if you're not putting those good things in there, if you know, I try to make my plate as colorful as possible. I try to have a green, a beige was usually the meat or protein, and orange.
Okay.
And that's probably like a fruit, you know, or something. I try to keep my plate as colorful as possible. Peppers.
Oh, wow. I never thought about how inviting it is to have a variety of colors, and that may impact even your interest in what you're eating. So I know for some people, you think healthy, you think it's bland, you think it has no flavor, you think it has no excitement to it, and you just have to, like, you know, tofu is a really interesting.
Whew.
It's a really interesting protein,
Yes,
right?
yes.
It doesn't look appetizing in and of itself, but I guess when you start to blend it with the other things that have color
Yeah.
and have aromas and have textures, which are my favorite things, that when you have those kinds of things blended, it makes you more excited about having a meal, right?
Yeah, I mean, tofu, it can definitely be camouflaged with a couple peppers. You won't even know. Tastes like chicken.
But that's awesome. Okay, so now let's get back to the body shaping, because I'm sure a lot of our listeners who hear the term body shaping, you know, we think surgery, we think you know, some invasive procedures, liposuction and things like that, and no judgment on those things.
Right.
But we want to know, for our community wellness, are there other options? And tell us about some of the options that you offer.
Definitely. So here's our wellness spot. So I know you guys can see some of these things on the table. Oops, sorry guys. So these are some of the tools for our non-surgical ways to get some of the not surgical results, because I don't want to emphasize the surgical results, because we do have clients that have gotten BBLs, which is a Brazilian butt lift. So this actually is so once I'm done, so I'll take this, I'll do the side, I'll massage, and I do that process for about 10 to 15 minutes, and it feels so good. A lot of my clients fall asleep, and then this comes back just to, like, it kind of goes over it again, and then I get to, like, push and maneuver how I want that, because the fat underneath you is very, very soluble, so you can move it however you want.
You can move fat.
You can move fat
Underneath your skin.
Underneath your skin, yes.
So, like, you mean like the bra area?
Yep.
Which is really
Yeah.
not
And I
very
kinda have
pleasant
this
for me.
Yeah. So one of the services also outside of this, we had to do laser lipo. So then we just use the infrared lights and we place it. So once we do all this and move that fat, get it jiggly like some Jello. Then we put the infrared laser on there, and then we get that going so that it can penetrate the skin and burst those fat cells. So when we move it, we can move it to the desired area, and then we can flatten it, shape it however we need it to for the client's desired look.
So does size matter when you're looking at fat cells and moving and helping to body shape?
I would not say that size matters, because everyone, men and women, can benefit from these services. It's not
Okay.
about size. It's more so about, are you serious about getting healthy?
Okay.
Are you serious about toning up or losing weight? So we take you, we are very serious about it. But if you are not serious, you cannot achieve those desired results.
Okay.
So-
And so we're going to pause so that you can give us a way to reach out for Zara's Wellness Spa. So if you can give us your phone number, let's start there.
So of course, our phone number is, sorry guys, I have not memorized it yet. Give me 2 more days.
Okay.
248-361-5496 is how you can reach us. And once again, that's 248-361-5496. And that is how you can get in touch with myself or Paris Simpson, who is also a co-owner of Zara's Wellness Spa.
Okay.
And you can contact us, and we will get you on those books and get you summer ready.
Okay. So are we talking thousands of dollars worth of
Oh, no.
services here?
No. The good thing what inspired this whole journey really for Zara's Wellness Spa is, you know, I love to travel, first of all, and traveling, I kept seeing body sculpting, and the demographic of those people that were receiving these services were upper class, and, you know, and it just was like, why don't we have this in the city? And looking at the prices, it's like, well, it's not astronomical, so why is this not in the urban community where other people can take advantage of this? It was just a service that was allotted to people out in the suburbs and not people in the inner city who could benefit from these services as well. So we were like, hold on, we're about to bring this to the city so people can have an affordable way to achieve some of those results that people pay thousands of dollars for.
Right.
And this is non-surgical and there's no downtime. So it's really literally, well, unless you fall asleep, that's the only downtime you're gonna get.
Okay.
So honestly, for any of these services,
Well, let's give us a range.
so for laser lipo, so and right now, so I am a new mother of two. I have one, but I just got a new one. You know, she just joined the team. So she's about 8 months old, and I was really going through with my body shape. So, and my stomach, I looked like I was 6 months pregnant, like 3 months after I had her, and it was really weighing on my self-esteem because it's like, man, I had this baby and people still ask me, what am I doing? So,
Wow.
and when I used the laser lipo, it helped me to slim down, and I was drinking water. I was trying, to my capacity because I just had a baby, so I wasn't really exercising, but I would still do my walk, until the weather, decided to be Michigan.
Right, right.
But drinking my water and the laser lipo truly helped me get my stomach. Now, I know you guys can't tell on this table, but I don't look 6 months pregnant.
Well, that's a good benefit. That's
Yes.
great. That's great.
Yes.
And so we're looking at a couple hundred versus a couple thousand. Like, what's the max range? if
The
you can
max
give a-
range for any service we have is about $150. That's
Wow.
the top premium service. And now our packages do range between $200 to $300, but that's a complete package, and we call those mommy makeovers.
Oh,
So
nice.
yes, so those are the only. But if you come, and honestly, depending on where you're at, we can work with you. We just come. If you
Right.
need services, just come. Do not let finances be a deterrent. Don't let that be your top deterrent, because we will work with whoever needs the assistance, because this is a service that we are bringing to the community who can benefit from it.
Right.
I see women every day like, baby girl, if you just got a little bit of laser lipo, that sure would look cute. You know
Right,
what I mean?
right.
So it's just like, so we're bringing this to the community because we need it, and we
Okay.
need to be educated on it, and yeah, we're available.
And that's great. So it's not just that it's not about body shaming. And I love the fact that you started off your statement with that this is not about body shaming. It's really about body shaping and building your own image based on what the goals that you're setting for yourself. So what do you want to achieve? And then are you willing to do the work?
Right.
And then are you willing to pay the price? So basically that's a way of looking at it. And but the fact that you guys are making it affordable, making it healthy, making it a great choice, an investment in yourself, especially with the weather changing and all the
Right.
the cute clothes that are coming out,
Yes,
right?
yes.
Right. But also the fact that you consider nutrition and balancing your mental, your physical, your spiritual self in this process, I think that's even more important.
I truly, because of this service, it has truly made me check my energy, check my peace. Okay, I'm about, like, even no matter what I'm going through at work, it's like it makes me take more time to decompress, because I know how now I'm getting a sense of how energy is transferred. I'm getting a
Right.
sense of how my attitude can affect someone else's.
Wow.
So it really is. I love it.
And that's a great community message, that we can impact each other by our attitude, by how we address one another. And I like the fact that you always flashing your smile. Because it is contagious. Kindness is contagious.
Kindness is contagious.
And so I thank you for that. We're going to wrap up, but I really want you to talk a little bit more. I want to know, like, what is your passion and your purpose overall? I mean, I know that nutrition and these things are important to you, but at your core, what makes up Kelly S?
At my core, I feel like the hostess with the mostest.
Okay.
At my core, I love hosting. I love cooking for my friends and family. I love just being a host And I love and being a host, everything that comes with it, being an entertainer, being a therapist, being just a listening ear, whoever. Like at my core, I feel like a host. I love to just be able to have fellowship. So that is at my core, I would say.
That's awesome. So we get to feel that good energy when we're in Zara's
Of
wellness spa.
course. Before you come in, I do an intake form. You'll fill out what kind of scent you like, what kind of mood are you in. We don't have to talk, or we can. It's you check all that off, and we'll make sure you are comfortable during your session.
And you mentioned that this is both for women and men. What about
Yeah.
age?
Oh, for age, I definitely would recommend the detox services for people 50 and up.
Okay.
And I recommend that mostly because it would give you an opportunity to get those, just flush everything out every so often, just so you can feel more vibrant. Because even if I get a detox, I feel so much better afterwards. Because like you feel like sludgy and everything, and the detox is just a foot soak, and we just put the different herbs and ingredients in the foot soak so that you can get that out, and you literally feel so much more refreshed afterwards.
Wow.
So age ain't number.
Okay. So, is this something that you would recommend for children, or are you looking at 18 and over? What's ideal?
I would definitely do 18 and over.
Okay.
Just because when you're 18, you're able to make those decisions for yourself. Like, okay, well, I want to work on this. But if a parent wanted to use Detroit Daily Dishes services for a child that had restrictions for their diet or anything, I would definitely be able to step in and assist.
Well, thank you. And thank you for listening today. Our special guest, Kelly S. Miller, the co-owner of Zara's Wellness Spa and Detroit Daily Dish. We thank you for being here today. We thank you for all your great energy that you brought with you.
Thank you for having me.
This show is brought to you by Detroit Native Sun News, our sponsor. And again, if you're looking for advertising, this is a great time to do it. Reach out to Valerie at 313-457-5944. I am Heather Hetharu, your personal change coach and your host for Expose Under the Sun. Thank you for being here. And if you want to reach out to me, please give me a call at 313-759-7855. Again, that's 313-759-7855. Until next time, look forward to our co-host, Darren Griffin, next Tuesday. Thanks for tuning in. See you then.